Welcome back to this special broadcast. In a short time, in a while, Aryan Khan, Arbaz Merchant and Munmun Dhamecha, all three of them will be produced in the magistrate court. It's likely that the NCB might ask for further custody, but it is also likely that all these three accused will be sent to the judicial custody so that these accused can sought a fresh bail from the magistrate itself. But that is yet to be seen. By 2:30, it is likely that they will be produced in the court. Their custody ends today. Earlier, NCB had asked for the custody till 11th of October, but the magistrate court gave them custody till today, and now they will have to be produced. The NCB will also have to inform the court that what more they have investigated and where their investigation is furthered, so that the remaining accused, when they will be produced in the evening, they can be, by tomorrow, they can ask for more custody. But meanwhile, the NCB is now surrounded with the controversy. The Nationalist Congress Party, the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi minister Nawab Malik had levied serious allegations against the NCB officials. Nawab Malik, NCP minister, has hit out on NCB's Samir Wankhede. He's a zonal director in Narcotics Control Bureau. He has hit out as a statement where he said that 8 to 10 people have been arrested by the NCB. This he said on the 3rd of October. What Nawab Malik is saying, that while 8 people were reportedly arrested, Malik questioned that Wankhede, claiming that he is not sure about the number of arrests or had intention to frame 2 more people. So he has also questioned the intention of the Narcotics Control Bureau. Malik earlier, that is yesterday, had shared purported videos of the private detective KP Gosavi and BJP worker Manish Bhanushali entering Narcotics Control Bureau's office on October 2nd, claiming it was from the same night when Aryan Khan was detained by Narcotics Control Bureau. The private detective KP Gosavi has 4 cases pending against him in Mumbai, Pune and Thane as well. Earlier videos of Bhanushali and Gosavi had surfaced, where these videos were also shown by Nawab Malik specifically in the press conference, but these videos can be seen when the media was covering the whole case, where these people were seen bringing Aryan Khan and Arbaz Merchant along with other accused to the NCB office after they were detained by the anti-drug agency. NCB denied all the charges. NCB says that they are following the due procedure. They are saying that these allegations are baseless and aimed at affecting its anti-drug crusade, aiding that the charges may be retaliation against its legal actions, hinting at earlier arrest of Nawab Malik's son-in-law Samir Khan by NCB in some other drug case. Samir Khan had got bail after spending 8 months in the prison, but at the same time, the NCB, when asked about whether the due procedure was followed, has not mentioned anything about it. They haven't answered the question that what was these unidentified people earlier, and now a political worker belonged to a Bharatiya Janata Party and a private detective were doing with the accused persons. NCB yesterday in the press conference tried to tell the media that these people are part of the witness list prepared in this particular case, but what these witnesses were doing, holding hands of the accused, bringing them to the NCB office, whereas this work should be done by the NCB officials themselves. It's something, are the unanswered questions which NCB hasn't answered yet. But at the same time, the NCB has clearly come out and given reaction about this. NCB still claims that there is no poster boy, they are just doing their job, whereas the Nationalist Congress Party leader and the minister Nawab Malik claims that all this is happening because of Shah Rukh Khan's remarks against intolerance. Let's take a look at the reactions on this.
कुछ लोगों को इंटरसेप्ट किया है
वो नीचे लो
और इन्वेस्टिगेशन चालू है।
ड्रग्स रिकवर किए गए
ड्रग हैज बीन रिकवर्ड और
सर कितने लोगों को तामीम लिया गया है?
8 से 10 जनों को अभी भी अरेस्ट।
Some allegations leveled against the organizations are baseless and seem to have been with malice and probable prejudice that may have been harbored in retaliation against earlier legal action carried out by NCB. NCB reiterates that its procedure has been and will continue to be professionally and legally transparent and unbiased.
आज अगर एनसीबी के अधिकारी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस लेके कहते हैं कि प्रेजुडिस मानसिकता से हो रहा है, जवाब चाहिए तो न्यायालय में जाओ। क्या अधिकारी भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की भाषा बोल रहे हैं? हर सवाल पर बीजेपी कहती है कि न्यायालय में जाओ। सवाल ये है कि फर्जीवाड़ा हुआ है, बीजेपी के पदाधिकारी लोगों को गिरफ्तार करते नजर आए हैं। इसका जवाब देने के बजाय आए बाएं घूमना ये ठीक नहीं है।
The man from NCB who is under target of Nationalist Congress Party and Nawab Malik is no other than Sameer Wankhede, the celebrated officer from the Narcotics Control Bureau. The Zonal Director of Narcotics Control Bureau spoke exclusively to Arvind Oja, and he tried to clarify that he is no poster boy, he is merely doing his job. But he still did not answer the question that what these people were doing at the time of raid and how they could bring the accused to the NCB office. Let's take a look.
नवाब मलिक ने तमाम ये आरोप लगाए कि दो उसमें ऐसे शख्स थे जो बाकायदा नारकोटिक्स कंट्रोल ब्यूरो तक अक्यूज को लेके आ रहे थे, वो बीजेपी के लोग थे। ऐसा नारकोटिक्स कंट्रोल ब्यूरो पर आरोप लगाया, आपका क्या कहना है?
जो कार्रवाई हुई है सब लीगली प्रमाण से हुई है, कायदे के हिसाब से हुई है, तो ज़्यादा उसमें कुछ कहना नहीं है।
अच्छा, उसमें मतलब जो जिन पर ये आरोप लगाया जा रहा है कि बीजेपी के हैं, तो बेसिकली पंचनामा की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, तो वो पंचनामा
देखिए अगेन मैंने जैसा कहा है कि सब ये कायदे के प्रमाण के हिसाब से लीगली वे में हुआ है एंड एज पर दी लीगल प्रोविजंस। मैं इतना ही कहूँगा इस बारे में।
मेरा ये सवाल है कि लगातार आप कई सेलिब्रिटीज़ को इधर बीच में हमने देखा कि खुद कवर भी किया कि कई टीवी एक्टर एक्ट्रेस और कई बड़े ड्रग पेडलर पे को आपने गिरफ्तार किया। मुंबई में आप पोस्टर बॉय बन चुके हैं खासकर, और काफ़ी खौफ भी है। तो इस वजह से ये आरोप लगाया जा रहा है कि आप बड़े लोगों पर ही, बड़े सेलिब्रिटीज़ पर ही टारगेट।
देखिए ये तो मैं मानने नहीं करता हूँ कि जो वर्ड अपने वी आर जस्ट गवर्नमेंट सर्वेंट परफॉर्मिंग आवर ड्यूटी, वी आर द सर्वेंट्स ऑफ द पीपल। सो ये जो वर्ड है मैं नहीं मानूंगा इसके बारे में। सेकेंडली जो हमारे स्टैटिस्टिक्स है मुंबई एनसीबी के, अगर पिछले एक साल में आप देखेंगे एनसीबी नॉल ने काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है ड्रग्स को क्लीन करने के लिए। मुंबई महाराष्ट्र में भी आप देखेंगे तो हमने कोशिश किया है कि एक एनवायरनमेंट ड्रग फ्री एनवायरनमेंट देने की कोशिश की है। इसमें मोर देन 312 लगभग अरेस्ट हुए हैं इस साल अब तक। उसके अलावा भी 100 से ज़्यादा केसेस भी हुए हैं। कई प्रकार के ड्रग्स पकड़े गए हैं, कई प्रकार के ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम ड्रग क्राइम सिंडिकेट्स को भी बस्ट किया गया है एंड नाम भी आप लोग जानते हैं कौन से क्या है। तो जो बड़े बड़े हमारे जो मैंडेट है ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम सिंडिकेट को डिसमेंटल करना, वो भी हमने किया है। तो ऐसा ये नहीं है कि जो एनडीपीएस एक्ट वायलेट करता है तो एनसीबी वी आर सक्षम टू टेक एक्शन अगेंस्ट।
आर्यन खान को लेकर शाहरुख खान के बेटे की गिरफ्तारी हुई है, कई तरह के आरोप लग रहे हैं कि ड्रग्स रिकवर नहीं हुआ है और तमाम तरह के आरोप लगा रहे हैं। अगर आप कुछ बता पाएँ कि किस तरीके से वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन आगे बढ़ रही है?
देखिए जैसा कि अभी माननीय न्यायालय के सामने केस है, मैटर इज सब जुडिस, इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑन है, मैं उसके बारे में कोई भी टिप्पणी नहीं।
एविडेंस है आपको इस केस में कितनी अब तक गिरफ्तारियां हो चुकी हैं, बता पाएं अगर टोटल अब तक कितनी गिरफ्तारियां हुई?
इस केस में जो अरेस्ट हुए 16 अरेस्ट हो चुके हैं अभी तक, और कई प्रकार के ड्रग रिकवर हुए जैसे कि कोकेन, एमडीएमए, मेफेड्रॉन, हाइड्रोपोनिक वीड और हशीश, ये प्रकार के ड्रग्स रिकवर हुए।
इन्वेस्टिगेशन अभी आपकी जारी रहेगी? पॉलिटिकल प्रेशर है उसके बावजूद?
उस बारे में इन्वेस्टिगेशन तो जारी ही रहेगी, न्याय प्रावधान भी है उसमें, एंड विद इन स्टिपुलेटेड टाइम विल डू अ गुड जॉब एंड प्रोफेशनल जॉब।
As I said earlier, in a short time, in a while, 3 accused, Aryan Khan, Arbaz Merchant and Munmun Dhamecha will be produced in the Mumbai Magistrate Court, the Kila Court. There is some movement at the NCB office. Pankaj Upadhyay is there. Pankaj, will they be produced right now? Will they be taken at this point of time? Yesterday, Aryan Khan and his friends were taken for the medical checkup, which is mandatory after 48 hours of the custody. Today they were not taken for the medical checkup, but they will be directly taken to the magistrate court. Are the preparations on?
Yes, Sahil, we see some movement outside the Narcotics Control Bureau headquarters. The police vehicles are in line, an indicator that in some time perhaps Aryan Khan, Arbaz Merchant and Munmun Dhamecha would be taken to the court from here on. And all eyes, as I was saying, will be on what sort of arguments are presented by the Narcotics Control Bureau in front of the court and whether at all they will be seeking further remand of the arrested accused. As last night also we asked Samir Wankhede, the zonal head of the NCP, as to what the plans really were. Were they expecting more remand of the arrested accused, to which he evaded answering this very question. But interesting developments are bound to take place inside the magistrate court today, because NCB all along has been impressing upon the court that they have a very solid case and that their investigation has reached a very crucial stage, and the respondents has had a very big nexus with the drug peddlers, and that they need to identify and apprehend the known and the unknown associates of these respondents. So clearly it remains to be seen what sort of evidence, what sort of further corroborative evidence will NCB be able to produce in front of the court of law, because that corroborative evidence will determine whether at all these three will get further remand, or whether they will be sent to judicial custody. Sahil.
Well, you keep a track of the movement. As soon as there is some movement, we'll come back to you, but you be there because in the court, our correspondent Vidya is also going to be there. At around 2:30, these three of the accused will be produced in the court. And we'll have to wait and see that what unfolds in the court today, because the NCB will have to come up with their line of investigation, whereas the counsel for the accused will come up with their arguments about why the judicial custody should be given, and after that they can argue for the bail. But let's take a look at who are these people that the NCP minister Nawab Malik has alleged that these two people who are civilians by nature, one private detective and the other the BJP worker, doing at the time when the NCB was conducting raids at the cruise. Why they were found so close to the accused, and what are their backgrounds? Let's take a look at this story.
This was one of the first few pictures that emerged of Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan hours after he was detained on the 3rd of October after the Narcotics Control Bureau busted a high-profile cruise party off the coast of Mumbai. No one knew who this man taking a selfie with Aryan Khan was. It has now emerged that this man is Kiran Gosavi. Reports suggest he's a private detective. But it is this picture with Manish Bhanushali, an alleged BJP member, that has raised eyebrows. Remember, Bhanushali was spotted escorting Aryan Khan's friend Arbaz Merchant to the Narcotics Control Bureau office. It has now emerged that Manish Bhanushali contested the 2010 local body elections from Kalyan Dombivli on a BJP ticket. He himself claims to be a BJP worker.
आप ये मानते हैं कि आप बीजेपी के कार्यकर्ता हैं?
जी, मैं निष्ठावान कार्यकर्ता हूं पार्टी का। जैसे वहां से ये रेड इनका पूरा हुआ, हम तो जानकारी दे रहे थे इनको, रेड जैसे पूरा हुआ वैसे हमें भी क्या था, हमें उनको स्टेटमेंट ये साक्षी के हिसाब से, विटनेस के हिसाब से हमको साइन करना था।
The Narcotics Control Bureau says that both Bhanushali and Gosavi are witnesses in the drug bust case, and that the raids were all above board and according to the law.
Few individuals were associated as independent witnesses. I'll read out their names: Prabhakar Sail, Kiran Gosavi, Manish Bhanushali.
The opposition claims that Aryan Khan's custody is part of a political witch hunt. The opposition BJP in Maharashtra has claimed that these allegations by the Aghadi Sarkar are aimed at derailing the drug bust case. With Munish Pandey and Divyesh Singh in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, Divyesh, we heard what Samir Wankhede and the NCB officials had to say, but they are yet to come clean on what these two people were doing close to the accused. What is the procedure? What does the procedure say about this? Are they allowed to come close to these accused people? Because normally the accused are held by the investigating agencies people. They are not allowed, nobody is allowed to reach close to the people who have been detained. Is there any clarification from NCB? What is their plan of action?
Sahil, these two persons whose name NCP has brought up, KP Gosavi and Manish Bhanushali, both of them were seen at the terminal when the raid was going on. Then when the detainees were being brought to the NCB office, they were seen holding one of the accused. They also went inside the NCB office. So as per procedure, these were named as punch witnesses. They were witnesses for the agency while they conducted spot panchnama while the seizure was made. They had all the rights to come to the office. They had to come to the office as per procedure to sign a few documents as a punch witness. But holding an accused while the force is there, while the investigating agency is there, it is not allowed. It is not permitted that a punch witness hold an accused, because it is the job of the investigating agency. It is not the job of the witness who stood as a witness for the agency to hold the accused or bring them to the investigating agency's office.
Well, Divesh,
So
we are just getting a story
was
that
in
the
violation.
CISF officials have come to the NCB office. Is there any movement you can see at this point of time? Because it's already 2:20, and by 2:30, 3 o'clock, these accused will be taken to the magistrate court.
Yeah, CISF, few personnel of CISF have just arrived at the Narcotics Control Bureau office. CISF is also a central paramilitary force, and while the NCB officials were seeking, are being provided security by the Mumbai police, there were talks by all the central agencies located in the vicinity of seeking security from security cover from the CISF, and that is why they had conducted a recce of the location. They had met senior officials, the office in charge also, on several occasions at the Enforcement Directorate and at the NCB also. So it is suspected that the CISF officials have come for the same. But as of now, it is the Mumbai police which is providing the security cover. There will be a Mumbai police pilot vehicle while NCB officials take the accused to court, and if they are being brought back, the Mumbai police escort vehicle will pilot it back to the NCB office. Sahil?
Well, Divesh, you keep a track of that. You stay on with us, because in short time, in a while, three accused, Aryan Khan, Arbaz and Munmun, will be taken to the court, and it will be really interesting today to see what happens in the court, because the NCB will have to tell the court that what have they got in last 4 days when they had custody of these three accused, and whether it is not yet made clear by NCB whether they are going to seek for more custody or they will be allowing them to go into the judicial custody. But at the same time, the NCB has continued their investigation. They have arrested 2 more people in this case. The arrests include that of a person named Archit Kumar from Powai area in Mumbai, who is said to be Arbaz Merchant's friend, is what the NCB sources have told us till now. The NCB officials will now be taking Archit Kumar for a medical test, after which he will be produced in the court. This is the 18th arrest in this particular case. Earlier in the day, one foreign national, a suspected peddler, was arrested by NCB. The MDMA, which is called Meow Meow in the narcotics language, in a commercial quantity, is what the NCB is claiming, that they have confiscated MDMA in a commercial quantity from this peddler. Recovered from this peddler. NCB team claims that for the first time, the international link has been established in the cruise case. The fresh development have just come just ahead of Aryan Khan and Arbaz Merchant's bail plea hearing. If you remember, even on Monday, they conducted fresh raids on this cruise, which was allowed to sell in the sea, whereas the NCB in the court said that the cruise sailed in the sea without informing the NCB officials. On Monday, they conducted raids again, and then they found more MDMA, more narcotic substances. They told the court that they need the further custody of these accused because the new evidence has come forward after the new raids. Even today, new raids have been conducted. The foreign official has been arrested. The NCB claims that now there is a foreign angle to this. Whether this is now being told in the court or not is something what we will come to know in short time in a while. Aryan Khan, Arbaz Merchant and Munmun Dhamecha. Their custody is getting over today. They will be produced in the magistrate court short time in a while. We are keeping a track. Well, the support is also pouring in from the Bollywood for Shah Rukh Khan. We saw that Salman Khan especially took out time to visit Shah Rukh's house, Mannat, in Bandra. At the same time, many Bollywood celebrities are tweeting about the way Aryan Khan has been arrested and in support of Shah Rukh Khan.
The Khandan hit by legal turmoil. SRK and Gauri's son Aryan Khan facing narco bureau heat. After high-profile drug bust on luxury cruise liner with suspected links to drug peddlers. But during its darkest hour, the family of the superstar has received a wave of support from co-stars and friends. Actor Hrithik Roshan is the latest Bollywood celebrity who has come out in support of Aryan after he was arrested by the NCB for alleged possession of banned drugs and substance abuse. Hrithik posted an encouraging message for Aryan on social media. The actor further urged Aryan to own everything he experiences as it will make him a better man. Superstar Salman Khan was the first Bollywood celebrity to stand by his good friend. Visiting Mannat, Shah Rukh's residence at Bandra Bandstand on 3rd October, soon after Aryan was remanded in NCB custody. Salman had just returned from Austria after wrapping up a long schedule for his next film, Tiger 3. He was keeping a close watch on the developments and wanted to visit Shah Rukh to check on him and show him his support. Salman's sister Alvira Khan Agnihotri also visited Shah Rukh Khan's Mumbai home to show her support. Sources suggest that SRK has also received messages from his director friends like Rohit Shetty, Anand Rai, Aditya Chopra and Karan. Shah Rukh Khan's co-stars like Rani Mukherjee, Kajol, Deepika Padukone, Anushka Sharma have also reached out to him expressing concern over the development. SRK's team has reportedly requested his colleagues from the industry not to visit his home given the security hassle and with the paparazzi gathered outside the bungalow. Actor Sunil Shetty urged people to not assume the worst.
जहाँ तक मैं आर्यन को जानता हूँ, the boy is a lovely boy. मैं बहुत प्यार करता हूँ आर्यन से और यही कहूँगा कि क्या है, बोलते तो है कि हजारों लोग थे वहाँ पर, लेकिन नाम सिर्फ और सिर्फ बॉलीवुड का लिया जाता हमेशा, तो कहीं ना कहीं स्पेकुलेशन को हम पूरी तरह से जब रिपोर्ट आए तब देखें तो बेहतर ही रहेगा.
National award-winning director Hansal Mehta also extended his support and wrote how painful it is for a parent when their child is in trouble. He further wrote that it was disrespectful for people to arrive at judgments before the law takes its course. Actor turned filmmaker Pooja Bhatt took to social media and said, "I stand in solidarity with you and this too shall pass." Singer Mika Singh took a dig at the situation and slammed the Narcotics Control Bureau over the uproar surrounding Aryan's detention. Suzanne Khan extended her support and wrote how Aryan is a good kid and how was just at the wrong place at the wrong time and called the situation a witch hunt. SRK's Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na co-star Suchitra Krishnamurthy also took to social media and extended her support and wrote, "Nothing harder for a parent than seeing their child in distress. Prayers to all." Not just his colleagues, Shah Rukh's fans also took to social media to stand in solidarity with King Khan's family and his son Aryan Khan. Entertainment Bureau, India Today.
Well, short time in a while, as I've been saying, after 2:30 any point of time, Aryan Khan, Arbaz Merchant and Munmun will be taken to the court. We'll continue with this continuous coverage of Aryan Khan's custody, whether it will be extended or will he be out on bail today itself. It's something we'll have to wait and see. Keep watching India Today. We are slipping into a short break. Even after that, we'll continue with the coverage. Stay tuned.